Welcome to Stoic Hunter, an introduction to Stoicism and its impact on modern life. Marcus Aurelius, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. In a world that constantly tries to dictate how we should feel, think and act, imagine having the power to find inner peace and happiness. It's just not powerful, regardless of the circumstances surrounding you. It's revolutionary. It's not about taking over the world, but something far more important and absolutely reaches our own minds. Irony teaches us the art of resilience, gratitude, and living life to the fullest. But it's not just a history lesson. It's about your life today. It's about facing the chaos of our modern world without losing your cool. It's about the calm in the storm and finding joy in the simplest things. It's about turning your morning into a powerful launch pad for what you dread, for a day full of purpose and joy. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, if you've ever struggled to find a moment of peace from the noise of life, or if you're just curious about how ancient wisdom is, your secret weapon in the 21st century might just be the stick around video that changes. All for you. Let's dive into the Stoic strategies that can help us develop not just a morning routine, but a life full of flexibility, of intention, and true happiness. I work to keep you fully focused on this video from start to finish. If you've made it this far, you're not like everyone else. You're a person who seeks depth and wisdom. Your dedication to fully absorbing this material sets you apart even more. It might sound like a fancy term, but it's actually a pretty simple concept that comes from Japan. One, find your ikigai, discovering purpose every morning. It's about discovering that sweet spot where your emotional skills meet social needs. In what you can pay for, everyone is your unique reason for being. Imagine waking up each morning, fueled by a clear goal that excites you to think about something. Hitting snooze wasn't just about the irrelevant Marcus Aurelius bus, bearing life's hardships with a stiff upper lip. He was deeply invested in the idea that we are all here to play our part, to make a meaningful contribution. He urged us to communicate as one each day. Now think about it in terms of ikigai, the opportunity to play your role with integrity and passion. It's not just about finding what you love. It's about adapting it to what the world needs. And what you are good at is where the magic happens. But how do you begin to uncover your ichi? It starts with some introspection by asking yourself, what I'm passionate about? What am I good at? What does the world need from me? What can I get paid? It's okay if the answers don't come to you right away. It's about the journey, exploring different aspects of your life and interests, and seeing where they meet. This quest for your ikigai isn't just some fluffy, feel-good exercise. It is about laying the foundation for a life that is rich in meaning and satisfaction. Even mundane tasks gain significance when you align your daily actions with your deeper purpose. Your relationships begin to flourish as you are more present and your creativity increases, because you are well connected to your true emotions and overall happiness. When you think about setting your alarm, it becomes a permanent companion rather than a temporary visitor. Consider what ikigai means to you tomorrow morning, which can be so compelling. You'll jump out of bed anxious to start the day. Remember, it's not about overnight change. This is a trivial process, and as Marcus Aurelius would remind us, it's about working day in and day out with dedication and respect. Finding your ikigai is not just about personal fulfillment, but about accepting your role in it. The great tapestry of life is your unique thread, contributing to the unfolding human story. The ancient Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, were big on the idea that our actions, purposefulness, should be not just random movements thrown in the wind, but deliberate actions guided by our inner compass. To prepare the night before, setting the stage for success. This philosophy beautifully permeates how we prepare for the day ahead. Starting the night before deals. Here starts your morning quality. How you spend your evening is tempting to watch your favorite series. Scroll through the wee hours of the morning or through social media until your eyes start to blur. But let's pause and consider how this sets you up for the next day. Your brain needs time to process the day's events and recharge for what lies ahead. That's where a solid bedtime routine comes in. Imagine treating your evening routine the same respect and intention as you would any other important aspect of your life. It's not about strict self-discipline that sucks the joy out of your evenings. It's about creating a space that helps, consistent with your fitness and goals for the next day. For example, limiting screen time to an hour before bed. It's not about denying yourself rest. It's about giving your brain a signal that it's time to wind down, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up, feeling refreshed. With a little planning for the next day, it can also be as simple as stating your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. That can be a game changer. This process itself sets a clear direction that ensures you wake up with a sense of purpose. And this is where the Stoic mentality really shines. It's about recognizing what's within our control. And by letting go of what isn't, we can't control every detail of our day. But we can definitely influence how we started. And let's not forget to take some deep breaths or meditation to calm the mind. This practice isn't just fluff. It's a powerful tool that signals your body that it's time to rest. Breathing deeply and slowly exhaling helps reduce stress by lowering your heart rate. Prepare your body for a deep restorative sleep. It's like pressing the reset button, ensuring that you wake up not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally. In today's always-on world, this may seem like a daunting task, but it is absolutely necessary to get organized. The tone of your entire day's image is the first moments of your morning, free from the digital noise of emails, social media notifications, or in the news cycle. It's just you, your thoughts, and the calm silence of the morning. It is not only refreshing but empowering. Marcus Aurelius was a strong advocate, living with intention and focus. He was not distracted by the reports of ancient Rome. 3. Avoid morning distractions. Embrace calmness. And believe me, he had his share of distractions, rather than his emphasis. The importance of focusing on the present moment and a task at hand. He knew something that is even more relevant to the quality of your attention today. Determines the quality of your life. So how do we apply this ancient wisdom in modern times? First, it's about creating a morning space that's intentionally free of digital distractions. It's not about staying away from technology, but choosing not to let it dictate the start of your day. It's tempting to quickly turn around and check your phone, but it quickly puts you into a reactive state instead of responding to the demands and drama of the outside world. Give yourself the gift of a peaceful start. Imagine devoting the first hour of your day to activities that nourish your soul and sharpen your mind. Maybe it's reading meditation, journaling, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee while you look out the window is not a waste of time. It's an investment in your well-being. By avoiding distractions, that you're not just avoiding stress, you are actively creating a reservoir of peace and focus that you will draw upon throughout the day. Getting the most out of your morning isn't about adding more to your to-do list. It's about cutting through the noise that doesn't serve you. It's about prioritizing what really matters before the demands of the day begin to overwhelm you. It's a great practice to focus on what's within your control. Comes into play. You may not be able to handle the deluge of emails waiting for you, but you can control how and when you choose to engage with them tomorrow. Challenge yourself to start the day on your terms. Resist the urge to dive into the digital world. Instead, first, prepare yourself to enjoy the peace and potential in the present moment. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to live intentionally, calmer and more in tune with who you aspire to be. Let's make our mornings a testament to ambition, guided by the timeless wisdom of irony and an unwavering focus on what really matters. The key is to understand what is within our control and to act in those areas with goodness and intention. Marcus Aurelius Seneca, Epictetus, these men were not just talking with a stiff upper lip. He was advocating an active, enduring hardships of life for constantly awake, normal strength. Engagement with life constantly awakens our actions and our mindset. As a practice that embodies this philosophy, it is a declaration that we are in control. How do we start our day so that we are not at the mercy of whims or external pressures? Building a life as Stoicism prescribes, step by step with satisfaction in every process. There is a powerful concept that reminds us that big changes start small. The constant motions of waking up at the same time every morning may seem like a small thing, but it's a basic habit that sets the stage for everything else. It's about building a solid foundation for your day, where you are not rushing from the moment you open your eyes, but starting with feeling control and purpose. But here things challenge consistency. Granted, the early days of trying to wake up at the same time every morning can feel like an uphill battle. Your bed feels more comfortable than ever, and the temptation to snooze just once. This is where the rigorous practice of persistence comes in. It's about reminding yourself why you're doing what you're doing, about the person you're becoming through this discipline. It's about looking beyond immediate comfort and focusing on long-term benefits. This habit will become a morning person in your life. Then it's not just about mornings. It's about embodying the qualities that keep you focused and purposefully flexible throughout the day. It is an exercise in self-mastery, in aligning your actions with your values, and in cultivating the kind of life you want to live, one morning at a time. So how do we make consistency our ally? By setting a clear intention the night before. Remind yourself why waking up at a certain time is important to you, whether to have more quiet time in the morning, whether it's exercising, reading, or meditating, or just starting your day in a more relaxed and controlled manner. Then create an environment that supports the habit. It's going to bed a little earlier to make sure you get enough sleep, or to keep your curtains open a little. Let natural light wake you up gently, and when the going gets tough, the importance of acting according to our will and our principles. Every morning you wake up at your chosen time. You're not just starting your day, you're making a commitment to yourself for your progress and to live a life of intention and purpose. 5. Make it easy. Embrace self-compassion. Amidst all this talk of consistency, of discipline and awakening with the sun, it is important to remember that we are human, and being human means we are beautiful, complex creatures with minds that often prefer the path of least resistance. The path to instant gratification is why starting new habits is the way to go. As changing our mornings can feel like an uphill battle, At first, there's something incredibly liberating about it. Acknowledging this fact is not a flaw. It's just part of the human experience. Now let's add some irony to the notion that Stoicism teaches us self-importance. Compassion and understanding are needed, as well as discipline and flexibility. Marcus Aurelius often reminds himself to be patient in his personal writings. And while forgiving his shortcomings, he knew how to beat himself up for every slip-up. There was no path to progress, but he advocated admitting our mistakes. It is important to learn from them, and then let them have that perspective. When we are trying to create a new morning routine, or any habit for that matter, those first few days or even weeks can be difficult as your alarm goes off, and every fiber of your being wants to be enveloped in the warmth of your bed. And let's be honest, there will be days when you accept the urge. That's okay. The key is what you do next. Is you trap yourself in a cycle of guilt and self-criticism? Or do you take a breather, forgive yourself, and see the next morning as a fresh opportunity to try again? Forgiveness and patience with yourself are not signs of weakness. They are signs of strength and wisdom. They mean we're in it for the long haul, ready to navigate the ups and downs with grace. This rigorous practice of self-compassion is about understanding our nature, working with it, and gently leaning ourselves into the habits and lifestyle we desire. Moreover, taking it easy isn't about making excuses or giving yourself permission. Continually falling short of your goals is about recognizing that growth is a process. It's all about understanding each other, full of learning curves and failures. A new day brings with it a new set of challenges and opportunities, and it is in this daily renewal that we find our strength and resilience. So you can work on embracing those mornings. Or any new habit, remember to take it easy on yourself and celebrate small victories. Learn from failures and approach each day with a heart ready to try again. 6 small acts of discipline, building a good life. It's not just about becoming a morning person, but about developing a mindset that's ready. Facing life's challenges with a combination of determination and kindness. Consider the simple act of placing your alarm clock across the room. Making it physically difficult to snooze is a statement. It's a commitment to start the day on your terms. Getting up despite bed rest is a small act of defense against his inner self. A step toward embracing sleep and restful days with the same intention of making your bed every morning can feel like a chore, especially when you're the only one who sees it. Yet it's more than smooth sheets and fluffy pillows. It's a caring practice in explaining to yourself, your environment, and how you engage with it. It's about creating a space that reflects the setting and honors its cultivation within itself. As Marcus Aurelius points out, these small victories are likely the cornerstones of a disciplined life. They are everyday choices that are easy to overlook while shaping our character as a whole. Every time you choose to do these small things, you vote for the kind of person you want to be. You are choosing someone who values discipline and respect for yourself and your environment. But why focus on these small tasks? Because they are within everyone's reach. Not all of us can control the big events upheavals, unexpected turns in our lives, but we can control how we respond to the start of each day, how we interact with our immediate environment, and how we prime ourselves for whatever lies ahead. Is ironic in action, focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. These practices are not just about building discipline for discipline's sake, but they are about developing a mindset that is ready for life's bigger challenges. If you can commit to these small acts of discipline, You are training yourself to keep your commitments in more important areas. You are sharpening your ability to take action, to persevere in the face of adversity, and associating life with the characteristics of a calm, collective behavior that define the Stoic ideal. So when you start small, the role of discipline in your life, look for these daily opportunities to practice self-control and order. Remember that it's in these moments, in the stillness of the morning, when you wake up and face the day with the intention that your character is fake. 7 accountability partners sharing the journey. These practices are not just chores or tasks. They're rituals in viewing your day with purpose and your life with a sense of direction and meaning. The idea here is simple, yet profoundly impactful. Sharing your goals with someone who not only supports you, but also holds you accountable, can significantly amplify your chances of success. It transforms a personal journey into a shared adventure, making the path to fulfilling your morning routine and ultimately your life's purpose less daunting and more enjoyable. Think of your accountability partner as your ally. In the pursuit of self-improvement, this person is there to remind you of your commitments when the warmth of your bed feels too comforting to leave in the early hours. They're there to encourage you when progress seems slow and to celebrate your victories, no matter how small. This relationship is a two-way street. It's about mutual support and encouragement, grounded in the understanding that we're all striving to be the best versions of ourselves. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, often emphasize the importance of community and relationships in the development of character and virtue. Believed in the power of wisdom, shared in learning from one another, and in the strength that comes from knowing you're not alone in your struggles. Finding an accountability partner in today's world is a nod to this timeless wisdom, recognizing that while the journey towards self-discipline and purpose is personal, it need not be solitary. Moreover, an accountability partner can help you see blind spots in your routine or approach that you might miss on your own. They can offer new perspectives and insights that can catalyze your growth in unexpected ways. This partnership is about more than just checking in to see if you woke up on time or follow through on your morning meditation. It's about engaging in meaningful dialogue about what's working, what isn't, and how you can both support each other in making adjustments. So how do you find this accountability partner? Look for someone who shares your commitment to growth and self-improvement. This could be a friend, a family member, or even a colleague. The key is to choose someone you trust, someone with whom you can be open and honest about your goals, struggles, and successes. Once you've found that person, be clear about what you're hoping to achieve and what kind of support you need. Set regular check-ins and be there for each other, offering encouragement, advice, and when necessary, a gentle match back on track. 8. Memento mori, remembering the value of every day. Remember, finding an accountability partner is about more than just external motivation. It's about building a relationship that inspires and uplifts both of you. It's about creating a shared space where honesty, vulnerability, and mutual support are valued and nurtured. In this space, your morning routines and broader life goals become intertwined in a collective effort towards living a more intentional, disciplined, and fulfilling life. The Stoic practice of reflecting on mortality is a call to action, a prompt to live our lives with purpose and intention. It encourages us not to squander our time on trivialities, but to concentrate on creating a meaningful legacy. Every morning when we wake up, we're presented with a fresh opportunity to engage with life in a meaningful way, to contribute positively to the world around us, and to pursue personal growth and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often wrote about the fleeting nature of life, emphasizing the importance of living virtuously and making the most of the time we have. This wasn't meant to be somber. Rather, it was a liberating realization that freed him from petty concerns and allowed him to focus on his duties as emperor and as a human being striving for virtue. The idea is that by keeping the end in mind, we're more likely to live our lives with purpose and clarity, prioritizing the things and relationships that truly matter. Remembering death in the context of our morning routines transforms how we approach each day. It's not just another day. It's a day that we've been gifted, one that's not guaranteed to anyone. This realization can profoundly impact how we choose to spend our time, the activities we engage in, the relationships we nurture, and the legacy we strive to build. It's a reminder to live fully, to love deeply, and to leave the world a little better than we found it. Moreover, this Stoic practice helps us maintain perspective in the face of life's inevitable challenges and setbacks. When we remember that our time is limited, the daily annoyances and obstacles lose much of their power over us. We become more resilient, more focused on our long-term goals, and less likely to be derailed by temporary difficulties. It's a practice that fosters gratitude for the present moment and inspires us to make the most of it. So how can we incorporate this Stoic principle into our daily lives? It begins with a moment of reflection. 9. Practice negative visualization, preparing for challenges each morning. Consider the day ahead as a blank canvas, an opportunity to contribute positively to your life story and to those around you. Ask yourself, if this were my last day, would I be proud of how I'm choosing to spend it? This doesn't mean living in a constant state of existential crisis, but rather cultivating a deep appreciation for the now, for the opportunity to live, learn, and love. In embracing the Stoic practice of remembering death, we're not focusing on the end, but on the present and how we choose to live each day. It's a powerful antidote to complacency and a reminder to live our lives with intention, purpose, and gratitude. So let's greet each morning with the awareness that it is a gift, an opportunity to craft a life that's rich in meaning and aligned with our deepest values. This is the essence of living stoically, of making the most of our finite time in this world to create a legacy that endures. We're often told to focus on the positive, to visualize success and happiness in order to attract them into our lives. However, the Stoics, in their profound wisdom, offer a different perspective that's not only practical, but incredibly empowering. Negative visualization isn't about pessimism. Rather, it's a tool for resilience, preparation, and ultimately greater oppression of the present. The essence of this practice is to periodically imagine the challenges, losses, or difficulties you might face in life. This could range from minor inconveniences, like a missed bus or a rainy day, to more significant hardships, such as the loss of a job or a loved one. The purpose isn't to dwell on these scenarios in a way that breeds fear or anxiety, but to mentally rehearse how you would cope with such situations should they arise. This process of visualization prepares you emotionally and mentally, making you less susceptible to being thrown, of course, by life's inevitable ups and downs. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, they all believe that by contemplating the temporary nature of everything outside our control, we could cultivate a deeper sense of peace and resilience. This practice encourages us to focus on what we can control, our responses, our attitudes, and our actions, Incorporating negative visualization into your morning routine can transform how you approach your day. Instead of stepping out the door, blind to the potential challenges ahead, you're mentally equipped to face them. 10. End with gratitude. Reflecting on the day's gifts. It's like a mental training session where you strengthen your resilience muscles. So when life inevitably throws a curveball your way, you're not knocked off your feet. You've already rehearsed this moment in your mind and can draw upon your previsualist strategies to navigate through it. Moreover, this practice has a beautiful, somewhat paradoxical effect. It enhances our gratitude for the present moment by imagining life without some of the things we take for granted. We come back to reality with a renewed appreciation for them. It's a reminder of how much we have to be thankful for right now in this moment. This isn't about dwelling in fear of loss, but about using the thought of it to deepen our appreciation for the here and now. So, how do we practice negative visualization in a healthy, constructive way? Start with a few moments in the morning to contemplate potential challenges of the day or broader future possibilities. Visualize how you would ideally respond, what strengths you would draw upon, what lessons you could learn, and how you could grow from the experience. Then, let go of the visualization and proceed with your day, carrying with you a sense of preparedness and an enhanced appreciation for your current circumstances. Incorporating gratitude into our lives, especially as we end our day, can have a transformative impact on our well-being outlook. Keeping a gratitude journal is a beautifully simple, yet profoundly effective way to cultivate this sense of appreciation. It's about taking a few moments before we sleep to reflect on the day and jot down a few things we're grateful for. This could be anything from a kind gesture from a stranger, a beautiful sunset, the completion of a challenging task, or simply the comfort of our bed waiting to embrace us at the end of a long day. The act of writing down what we're grateful for shifts our focus from what's lacking in our lives to the abundance that's already present. It's a practice that aligns perfectly with Stoic teachings, which emphasize focusing on what we have rather than what we don't, on what's within our control rather than what isn't. This shift in perspective not only sets the stage for a peaceful night's sleep, free from the turmoil of unfulfilled desires or lingering frustrations, but it also primes our minds to begin the next day with a sense of purpose and appreciation. The why end the day with gratitude because it allows us to close our day on a note of positivity, regardless of the challenges we may have faced. It's a way of reaffirming the good in our lives, of finding peace even in turmoil, and of nurturing a mindset that sees opportunities for growth and joy in every circumstance. This nightly practice of gratitude creates a ripple effect, influencing not just how we sleep, but how we wake up and approach our mornings. It transforms our first thoughts of the day, from groans over the alarm clock to a quiet anticipation of what the new day holds, what new things we might discover to be grateful for. Moreover, this practice of appreciating our life extends beyond our personal spirit, enhances our relationships, as we become more attuned to the value of those around us and more expressive of our appreciation for their presence in our lives. It deepens our connection to the world as we become more observant of and thankful for the beauty and wonder that surround us, often in the most mundane moments. So as we consider the multitude of strategies to enrich our mornings and, by extension, our lives, let's not overlook the power of ending our day with gratitude. It's a practice that embodies the Stoic pursuit of a good life, one marked not by external achievements or material possessions, but by inner peace, contentment, and a deep-seated appreciation for the present moment. As we wrap up this journey through the 10 strategies inspired by Stoicism, it's clear that each step, each practice is more than just a task. It's a pathway to cultivating a life of intention, resilience, and profound gratitude. Embracing these practices doesn't mean every day will be perfect, but it does mean that every day will be met with a stronger, more grateful, and more resilient you. You have within you the power to transform not just your mornings, but your entire life into a reflection of the Stoic ideals of virtue, wisdom, and contentment. Remember, this is just the beginning. There's a whole world of Stoic wisdom waiting to be explored, ready to guide you on your path to living a more meaningful and fulfilled life. If you found this journey enlightening and are curious to dive deeper into the Stoic way of life, I encourage you to check out our playlist right here on the screen. It's packed with insight stories and practical tips to help you embrace the full richness of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. For more content, please leave your comments and share your experiences. Let's embark on this journey of growth, resilience, and fulfillment together. Here's to mornings filled with purpose, days lived with intention, and a life brimming with gratitude. Thank you for being part of Stoic Journal community. See you soon.